What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Monday. Oh, it's a Monday. If it's a Monday on the Blitz, you know we're talking recruiting, right? I am your host, Joe, from the Buckeye Cast. Of course, this is Monday, November 14th, 2022. So up late last night recording our TBC weekly show. Don't forget, Sunday nights, every Sunday, 8 p.m., YouTube Live. Check us out. And we had a lively discussion about the Indiana game, got you warmed up for Maryland, and then we talked a little bit of CFP, gave you our top fours, and talked about some of the wild games from this weekend, next week coming up. So as always, we appreciate everybody supporting the show, and let's get into this. I got a ton of shit to talk about. Recruiting is never boring, especially this time of year. Most high school teams are done playing or they're in their playoffs. So we're getting a lot of visitors, especially for this Indiana game on Saturday. So here we go. Buckle up. All right. First off, I'm going to start with 2023 linebacker Arion Carter out of Tennessee. He's a 4-star. He was probably one of the higher profile, more important recruits on campus Saturday because obviously he's a 23 recruit and he's only got about a month and a half, less than a month to make his decision if he's going to sign early. And if he's going to enroll early in January, then he needs to commit like in December. So anyway, he was on campus, and that was, I believe, an official visit. Also, 2024 safety Garrett Stover, he's on commitment watch right now, but he has been since the summer. So he was on campus for his 5th time on Saturday, his 5th game. Remember, he was just at Notre Dame last weekend for the Clemson game where the Irish beat them. But I think Stover is still obviously, being Cade's cousin. I think he's a strong Buckeye lean, if not a commit. Also on campus were 23 4-star cornerback commit Jermaine Matthews. He said everything just feels like home when I'm in Columbus. And another 23 commit Josh Padilla, the O-lineman. He said, I think my biggest takeaway from the game was how good our running game was. It was definitely legit. This is another huge recruit Buckeyes were able to get on campus. He's an LSU commitment right now, Joshua Mickens. He's a number 21st ranked weak side D end. So another D end we're going after. So keep that in mind. We'll get to the other 3 at the end here. So he was on campus for the visit for the Indiana game, 6'5", 225 out of Indianapolis. He did get an offer. So he just received an offer this weekend from Ohio State. He committed to LSU back in July. He has over 30 scholarship offers right now, including Michigan, Penn State, USC, SEC schools are mixed in there. So the Buckeyes recently just got in, and Larry Johnson has saw his tape, and you know how LJ does it. He waits till later in the cycle and really wants to see these kids their senior year, see some tape on them and see how they've developed. So he's all in on Mickens. So the fact that he's from Indianapolis, which is only a few hours from Columbus, probably helps the Buckeyes tremendously. So if he wanted to stay close to home, that's in the cards. What else? They want to get him back on campus for an official. Right now, the only time would be for the Michigan game, November 26th. So I think that if he does get on campus for that game, I think he could be a flip. So get out your spatulas, Coach Day. So what does it mean? I want to come back to the 3 D ends, Keon, Damon, and Matayo. We did have a bunch of other visitors. I'll just run through the list from this Indiana game. 2025 D tackle Brendon Rice. 2024 tight end Jaden Reddell. He was a 4-star, 3-star 2024 tight end Tysen Smith, 3-star 2024 offensive lineman Jake Wheelock, 2024 O lineman Marc Nave, 4-star 2025 wide receiver Andrew Marsh, 2025 Kentucky defensive end Austin Alexander, 2025 Ohio offensive lineman Jake Cook, Georgia 2026, Jesus Christ, what year is it? Wide receiver Aaron Gregory, and 2026 Ohio wide receiver, you may have heard of him, Chris Henry Jr. That was the list. That's it. That's the list. So anyways, let's talk Caleb Downs. What else? The 3 DNs here. So Damon Wilson seems like he's a Georgia lean. It's not over. He goes back and forth, and in his camp between Ohio State and Georgia, it's down to those two. Miami's trying to slide in and get an official visit. Not sure it's going to make much of a difference. There are rumors, and I've seen this in multiple places, that he does have a huge NIL deal on the table with Georgia. So keep that in mind. This is one of the factors that are making kids' decisions for them, right? Keon Keeley, Bama. The glow of Bama is kind of wearing off. That'll do that when you lose 2 games as an Alabama team. You're starting to see their recruiting classes are a little volatile, and kind of some dudes are jumping ship or looking elsewhere. So the longer the better this drags out, the better for the Buckeyes. So I still feel that we get 2 of the 3, and Matayo, nobody knows anything about Matayo. He doesn't talk to anybody. So that can be good. That can be bad. Who knows? Who else? Caleb Downs. So rumor is that he is either going to visit Ohio State for the Ohio State-Michigan game, or the Iron Bowl, which is in Alabama. So he would be visiting Alabama or Ohio State on November 26th. Don't think he can make both games that day. So where does he go? Because that will tell you everything. One of the wisest things in recruiting you can ever live by is watch what they say, not what they do. I got that fucking backwards, of course. Very profound. Watch what they do, not what they say. Talking about recruits. Watch what they do, not what they say. So Caleb Downs and Keon Keeley have been rumored to visit for the Michigan game. Now that would be huge, obviously. If we can get both of them up there, that's a 10-star day for the Buckeyes. So other than that, not a lot of news. I'll keep you posted this week if I see anything move in the Caleb Downs area. I will let you know, but as of right now, nothing is set in stone. But that could change. Hell, that could change on fucking Friday. We don't even know. One more I wanted to talk about, Tyser Denmark, the wide receiver. We talked about him last week. He's committing November 24th, so 2 days before the Michigan game. Thanksgiving, obviously, in case you don't have a calendar. He wants to make visits. He hasn't been on campus since the summer, but I think he's a strong Buckeye lean, and I would be shocked if he goes somewhere else. So this time of year, it's hard to recruit Ohio. We know that, the weather's not ideal, but if you can get some of these 5 stars, especially the 23 guys, we got to get some of these 2023 guys locked up and see how big this class size might be. I mean, we're looking at 23 commits right now, I believe. And is this going to get up to 25, 26, 27? I don't know. So anyways, keep it locked in here. Appreciate you guys, and subscribe. Hit me in the comments. If you got questions, comments, or whatever, hit me up on social, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.